Okay, I think my live stream I got cut off or something. My last live stream had to start it over. But yeah, man, the reason why dudes are struggling, man, because you take a look around you, there's a lot of men out here competing and they up and going every single morning. They're trying to make more money. They're trying to outdo the other guy. You know, they're competing. You feel what I'm saying? We got to work out today. You know, you got Chads and Tyrones everywhere. You got so many men. You got so many young men. We got so many uh, we got so many young men. We got millionaires and billionaires. Don't forget about the billionaires. So you ask them, why do I struggle? Why do I struggle getting a girlfriend? It's competitive, bro. We gotta work out because I'm putting on a little bit of weight and I don't like it. On my injury, I put on like at least 3 or 4 pounds, maybe 5. So we gotta get out here and run this shit off. Yeah, so it's highly competitive. Men are out there getting their money up. Dudes are out here becoming millionaires. I mean, damn, in the Bay Area alone, there's 300,000 millionaires. Now, that's not enough for all the women that's out here. You know what I'm saying? Some of these females that think they're gonna land a millionaire or a guy who got a lot of money. You're delusional if you think you're gonna be able to land these guys. These guys got options. You feel what I'm saying? These guys got options, bro. Shit, hold on. Looking at. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, man, you got to compete with them. Whether you playing the lottery or something like that, or hit a jackpot, multi-million-dollar jackpot, okay, cool. Or you becoming a techie, you know, these guys are competing, bro. They're not trying to lose. That's why you got so many dudes walking around me mugging you. Because that's your competition right there. We don't have no more wars in America no more. The men, I mean, the country is being flooded with men. So there's a lot of guys experiencing a lot of, you know, alone syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Because, yo, dude, it's competitive for even scraps, okay? It's for even like scraps. You know, you amongst a bunch of hyenas that watching a bunch of lions tear up a feast, you know, tearing up a fucking buffalo, and then you got scavengers like hyenas that you gotta fucking compete with. Even for scraps, that's fucked up, bro. You go to another country, man, you don't have to compete for scraps like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not that competitive in the Philippines, bro. If you go to the Philippines, it's not that competitive for women. You can land you a woman, either a single mother or something. Nowadays, it's highly competitive for single mothers. We got too many goddamn men in this country, and in this area where I live. Too many men. When they named it Man Jose out here, bro, I knew that there was a lot of men after that. I was like, shit. Man Jose? I'm gonna let you know that it's competitive. It's a lot of men out here, bro, that you gotta outshine and outwork. Try to make more money than uh, you know, you're not, if you're not competing, This is the way it is. You're gonna get left out, and nobody's coming to save you, man. And then you're getting older too, so you ain't got youth on your side no more. That's one thing too, man. Like, you guys gotta understand that as you get older, it becomes more about your money as you get older as a man. It becomes less about your looks and more about your money. You feel what I'm saying? Because your looks are going down the drain. I don't care what nobody say. Every year that goes by, your nose gonna get bigger. You're gonna get more wrinkles and more gray hairs. Now you see why Sugar Daddy out here, man, is spending money on his woman to keep her around, bro. He got his woman dressed from head to toe in designer clothes. He said, "This bitch ain't going nowhere. I'm spending money on this bitch. I ain't letting her go. It's mine. I'm not gonna be alone like a lot of older guys." And like the guy with the dog over here, man, he's alone. Feel what I'm saying? He been alone for the last 20 years. No woman want to have nothing to do with him. It's because when he was younger, he didn't pursue that bag. He was relying on a pension from a company that he worked for many years. And now he's retired. He's by himself, 70 years old. And he below average looking as an older man. That's a whammy bammy, man. Because he only had one wife. And then after that, once his wife died, he hasn't had a woman since. He can't even pull a homeless woman. That's how bad it is for that guy, man. And that's how competitive it is out here, bro. Understand, these men out here, they're ruthless. I told you, the men are, the men out here, they compete on a high level out here, man. And you wonder why you struggle? Because men are ruthless in the West, bro. It's like you gotta make your money grow out here. You have to, or you're gonna spend alone. You're gonna be alone, man. You feel what I'm saying? You're gonna be alone out here in these streets. Like I said, if you go overseas, man, it's less competitive out there for women. It's less competitive. You go out there, you be the only black man or the only black American around. And then it's not highly competitive no more. We got to work out today. We got to run. We're going to run today. Matter of fact, I'm going to run early in the morning. We're going to run. I'm going to fast. I ain't having no food until maybe like 1 o'clock. We're just going to have to not have any food today. Anyway, so that's why a lot of guys are struggling. There's so many men in your area to compete with that it's not even funny. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, time and time again, man, we don't have wars to thin the herd, man. Back in the day, wars used to thin the herd, bro. It kept the male and female ratio balanced. You see what I'm saying? But nowadays, like, men are pouring into the country. I mean, we got men coming from all countries, and and we're very not strict with our immigration, so that allows men to come and pour into the country. Like, nobody's trying to pour into like Thailand. Only a few foreigners are going there. Like, there's only a few million foreigners in Thailand versus 30 million people. There's only a few million foreigners in Thailand. So even if you go to Thailand right now, it still would be better. Dating would still be better. You'll be able to get a woman just like that. Even if she's a hooker or a prostitute, you're still getting your dick sucked, and you're still getting sex and intimacy on the regular. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's highly competitive. We got men pouring into our country, and there's no strict immigration laws. There's no wars. So the male population could keep on growing and growing and growing. And more motherfuckers keep on getting doing and doing and doing. They keep on, they getting their dough. They, you know what I'm saying, out here, you know, they're competing. Men are competing in the West, bro. And they're able to. They're able to compete. You see what I'm saying? They got men out here that's trying to outbest and outdo other men. That's what they do, man, out here in the West. That's why you're struggling to get a woman. Women got options, man. They're gonna exercise their options. You know, just like a high value man, he exercises his options once he gets, you know, once he gets up there. Once he start making good money, he exercises his options. He plays by the rules. Why do you think a lot of guys say, well, you know what, like let's say you become wealthy, become, you know, you become whoever you want to become. And then, you know, you say, well, since I'm taking care of you, I need you not to see no other man, but I'm gonna see other women. So he got that type of power though, because he got what? He got a lot of money. So then he get a edge in society. He gets an edge in dating. He gets leverage in dating. And that I can control and run stuff because I got a lot of money. You see what I'm saying? But a man who don't have no money, he don't have that leverage. He got to settle for whatever he can get. He be lucky to get married. You know what I'm saying? You know, to keep from being old and alone. You feel what I'm saying? So men who are broke, bro, they don't have that. We don't have that leverage. I'm broke myself still. You know, we don't have that luxury, man, until we get our money up, until we become whoever we want to become. You see what I'm saying? So you wondering, oh, why am I struggling? How come I ain't had a girlfriend in a long time? Oh, how come I'm this and that? Yeah, bruh, just take a look around you. Look at how many cars that are Teslas around you, or Lamborghinis, or even muscle cars, bro. There's so many muscle cars on the road right now. Fucking motherfucking Challengers, Mustangs. Men are competing, bro. You know, men are competing on every single level. And it's bad in the West, bro, because like I said, men are competing. Men are getting their money up. So if you a guy who's not getting his money up, yeah, you're gonna struggle. Of course, duh. You got guys around you that got their shit together. So if you don't compete and you're not trying to increase your wages, or you're not trying to build something, or you know, you average looking, you average height, yeah, you're gonna go a long time without a girlfriend, my friend. Especially if you're living in an area where there's, I'm gonna drink some Gatorade. Especially if you're living in an area where men are competing on every single level. So you got guys out here that are struggling to get a girlfriend, that's struggling to get intimacy on a regular basis because of who they're competing against. You are competing against some monster men out here, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You're competing against some motherfuckers who are relentless at getting pussy. Men who are building and self-improving. Men are building wealth out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is not a third world country. This is not Thailand. This is not the Philippines. You know what I'm saying? Where there's a lot of poor men versus rich men. You know, in the Philippines, they got traditions and they're strict. You go overseas, yeah, you'll find a woman real quick. Because there's more poverty in the Philippines than there's wealth. Okay? I mean, there's more poverty in the U.S. than there's wealth too. But over there, it's worse. There's very few rich men in Thailand and in the Philippines. Very few. And men who are making good money, they don't choose women who are poor. They're more strict out there. So a lot of women are facing the same fate a lot of men are here in the West. You know, a lot of women in China cannot find a woman, find a man, even if their life depended on it. Okay, there's a lot of desperate Chinese women in China. You know, they can't find a man. They pass 30, and they falling victim to like online scams and shit because they're so desperate for a man. Well, it's the opposite over here, man. The men out here can't find a woman. The men out here are desperate. You feel what I'm saying? So you go to China, if you went to China today, even as a broke American guy, you would pull so many leftover women. Women past a certain age, like 32, 33, 34, 35. Man, you would pull so many of those women, bro. The men are strict, bro. They looking for young, hot women out there. They're not, once a woman hit 30, they're not checking for her no more. That's why it's hard for like women in China, bro, to find a man. I be looking at the channels, I be looking at the videos and stuff, and these women are in pain, just like a man that's in pain, that, you know, he ain't found a woman in a long time. You know what I'm saying? They're desperate, and they gravitate towards you if you go out there. You know what I'm saying? So if you're wondering why you struggling in the West, just take a look around you. That's all I gotta say. You feel what I'm saying? Just take a look around you. You're surrounded by paid juggernauts, bro. Motherfuckers with the bag. You're surrounded by those guys. You're surrounded by Chads and Tyrones. There's a lot of Chads and Tyrones in your area. A lot. Maybe not enough to go around for all the women, but these guys are fucking women from 6 and up. You know, so the only thing you'll be able to get is probably a 5 or a 4 or a 3. You know what I'm saying, nowadays, because Chad and Tyrone, they got the dating market corner too, just like a lot of rich men are. So you and you're competing with the fucking Pookies and Ray Rays. You know what I'm saying? You're competing with Pookie and Ray Ray. You're competing with rich men who got a lot of money. You're competing with Chads and Tyrones. Yeah, nigga. The only thing you gonna get is a sub 5 stalker. That's all you gonna get, bro. You be lucky to get scraps. Cause anything with a fat ass and shit like that, bro, especially here in California, you ain't gonna get it unless you got money. Like I saw a female come in, was it yesterday? And she was a butterface. Well, she wasn't super ugly in the face. I give her a 5, man. But she had a smoking body. You ain't gonna get that. If you a guy that's under 6 feet tall and maybe, you know, you're around her looks level, it don't matter. She got that fat ass. Chad and Tyrone is fucking that. I had my Arabic Chad friend tell me that. He said, man, a woman with a smoking hot body, but her face is jacked up, I'm still hitting that. I'll forgive her for the fucked up ass face. You know what I'm saying? So You got Chaz and Tyrone's who are dating down, or dudes who are. I see dudes dating down all the time. Like this one guy, he had hunter eyes like I did. Over there at the light. I was looking, at the light, and they were waiting at the light. I looked at him. He had hunter eyes, and maybe like he was like a 7 in the face, and she was like a 5, man. Her eyes was round. So women date up. They constantly date up, because they got the power to. You know what I'm saying? Like she's looking for a man that's above her looks level and always checking for him. You feel what I'm saying? Like the women in Starbucks. The female with the fat booty, but she got her face is like a 3 or a 4 in looks. She always gives me the high every time I go in there. She knows I'm there, and there's another girl, shorty pants. She recognizes me. She knows I exist. And some of these women are below my looks level, bro. And they look at you. They look at that. Wow, he's above my looks level. Let me emerge with him. Let me have babies with him. We'll have better looking babies. We'll have better looking babies than I am. I get access to better genes. You feel what I'm saying? Because his eyes are on point. I can tell. I can look at these females. I can tell when they're below my looks level. Just by their eye area. Their eye area is inferior to mine. You feel what I'm saying? Their eyes are round. My eyes are almond shaped. When you got almond shaped eyes, you're superior to round shaped eyes. Round eyes that are round. What they call them prey eyes. Okay? You come in there with the hunter eyes, and a woman, she got prey eyes, she gonna be like, my God, he's handsome. But you got a female that her eye area is better than yours, she ain't gonna look at you. But hunter eyes and a nice pair of lips is not enough for a lot of females, man. They can be picky. Like, oh yeah, he got a nice pair of eyes, he got a nice pair of lips, but his height, he ain't all that. Next, next, because they got so many options. They're gonna dismiss you based on your height, basically. Okay, he's not that tall. He's not there. I like him 6 feet tall. Next, I had that happen to me a couple of times online, bro. When I was talking to this black chick a while back, you know what I'm saying? She was like, "No, I'm only checking for men who are over 6 foot." No, next, you're too short. 5'9", 5'10", that's too short. So that eliminates a lot of women for me in the dating market. Is that my height? Back before the internet, I had more access to pussy, but I was younger also and better looking. So as I got older, my dating life has gotten worse. You know what I'm saying? As I have been getting older, my dating life has gotten worse. So that's why I'm so obsessed with getting the bag, because I feel that if I get the bag, my dating life will improve, and it will. And any attention is better than no attention at all, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Even if it's from a female who just wants you for your money, her attention and her presence make you feel good. Gold digger or not, just her presence, her being around you, makes you feel good. And able to hold her hand and have sex with her, it makes you feel good. Even if it's not authentic. Even if it's not, genuine. Still, it's better than nothing. Better than being with a female that's around your face match or below you. Because you don't get access to these type of women until you get the bag. That's why guys get out here and compete. They're like, damn, I want that woman. I want the one with the fat ass. I want that one at Starbucks. Or I want that one at Kentucky Fried Chicken. I want her. So they go out and they self-improve into, whoever they want to self-improve to. And then bam. So if you're wondering why am I struggling, I don't got no woman in like I don't know how long, bruh. Just take a look around you. There's a ton of men in your area, bro. You know, you guys are asking, why you asking me why I'm bitter and why I talk shit about women. Well, you know what? If you ain't had a woman in like 8 years, you will be bitter too. You guys are not walking in my shoes. A lot of you women, you don't know what it's like to be a man and to struggle to get intimacy. You don't know what that's like. You haven't walked in them shoes. But I'm just saying, can you imagine if you went without a boyfriend? Because I got women that come around my channel. Uh, Imagine if you couldn't find a man for like 8 years. How bitter would you be? Okay then. So don't come around my channel to like, well, you talk shit about women for so long. You talk shit. Well, if you're constantly being ignored by the women that you like to date, you will be bitter too. And then you get women who are below your looks level approaching you, and you don't want that. So it's like, you would be bitter too. You wouldn't be a happy camper if you went 2 years without sex. You wouldn't. There's a lot of bitter guys out here, like me. That's why, I get followed, because I get followed by a bunch of bitter, lonely guys like me. That's why I got people following me, because they going through the same shit that I'm going through in life. You see what I'm saying? They can feel me on every single pain that I go through. They can feel me on my pain and my frustration. They can feel that. That's why I got a small group of men that follow me. Oh man, he struggled like I do, man. Let me follow him. I got bigger YouTubers following me, bro. I got AMS, Alpha Male Strategies following me. I got Savvy Guy following me, because I be finding my content on their channel. You feel what I'm saying? That's the reason why I know they following me. I'm like, that's impossible, man. What the hell? I said something like that a while back. This guy's following me. I done heard Alpha Male Strategy say some stuff that I said. You know what I'm saying? And then he makes a video about it. And I'm like, man. And then Savvy Guy too. Oreo Man too. Coming around to my channel. You know what I'm saying? When I talk about looks, money, status, a lot of men are going to gravitate towards you because of that. It don't matter how big the YouTuber is. Shit, I got motherfucking Myron from Fresh and Fit following me. I can tell. He be saying the same stuff that I be saying. Matter of fact, he had said some words I said when I follow them too. That's how I know they copying my shit. But they ain't gonna expose themselves. They probably got like a troll account or something. They're not gonna like, you'll never see Alpha Male Strategies in your comment section. You see what I'm saying? What's up with it, Cradle? Cradle in the house. He said, bro, grow your beard back. You look ridiculous. Grow my beard back. Shit. You look ridiculous. You funny. You funny. Yeah, I'll grow my beard back once I get some dye, man. I don't want no gray on my beard, bro. I don't like gray hair. So I got motherfuckers who are following me on a regular basis because they feel my pain, man. They feel my struggle. Because they're going through it themselves. You feel what I'm saying? Like, my struggle is getting the woman that I'm actually attracted to. You feel what I'm saying? Hell, man, right now at this point, I'll settle for a woman around my age, but I gotta be attracted to her. There's gotta be some type of attraction between me and her. You feel what I'm saying? There's gotta be some type of attraction. we gotta be attracted to each other. You know, it's gotta be a mutual attraction. It can't be like, damn, I'm not attracted to this woman, but I need sex. I'm just gonna hit it a few times. It can't be like that. It's gotta be a genuine, mutual attraction between the two. That I want her as bad as she want me. That type of attraction. But I haven't been able to get that in a while from a female that's around my looks level. You feel what I'm saying? You know, either they like me more. It's either they like me more or I like them more. So it's not nothing balanced, man. And the motherfucker, you need to grow your beard back. You need to grow your beard back. You look ridiculous. Maybe I might grow it back, and once I get some hair dye. I don't like all them gray hairs on my goddamn face, bro. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I know growing a beard can attract women. I know that, bro. But also, if you're clean shaven, you can attract women too. Some women like a clean shave, man. Some women like beards. Hey, it's all about their preference, right? And what they want. You know what I'm saying? Get that Just for Men hair dye, bro. Yeah, I am. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, if you've been struggling in the dating market for as long as I have, bro, you'll be bitter too. I can't help but to be bitter, bro. The rejection and the way some women look at me and shit like that, man, you know, that's what makes me bitter. The rejection from women that I'm really attracted to. And I gotta get these low women, below average looking women, you know what I'm saying, approaching me all the time. Wow, he's above me in looks. Wow. Wow, I can't believe it. There's a female in Starbucks right now. She's here right now. She got everything below the waist is perfect, magnifique. Mwah. Below the waist, man, she got a fat booty, thighs and stuff. But from the waist up, nah, she's lacking a whole lot. She's lacking breasts. She ain't got breasts. And she's lacking in the face, in the eye area. So when women see that you are above them in looks, they tend to approach you or they let you know that you exist. A woman who's above you in looks, she ain't gonna acknowledge your presence. I keep telling you niggas this over and over and over again. You know. Cradle, you know. Motherfuckers who are older, they know. Had a troll that come around my channel, Mike something, I forgot his name or whatever, and he coming around saying, well, that's just good customer service. They teach you that in customer service. I'm like, well, there's other women in there, and they don't acknowledge my presence. So, no. Women only acknowledge your presence if you are above them in looks or if you're around their looks level. That's the time they acknowledge your presence. If they're above you or if they think that they're above you, they aren't going to acknowledge your presence. You are invisible to them. I'm invisible to Little Seven. I'm invisible to another female that's in there and another female that's in there and another one. I say about 6 females in there I'm invisible to. But I'm visible to 3 females. There's 3 females that acknowledge me and say my name when I walk in the door. Or when I'm making a transaction at the register, when I'm buying something. They give me a little small talk. Hell, a few times the one with the nice fat booty, she paused and stopped and talked to me. So when a woman pauses and stops and talks to you, that means there's some type of interest there, right? There's some type of interest there. You know? And even if she's in an abusive relationship, she's still gonna look at another man just because she gets with a man and he tells her, hey, don't be looking at another man. She gonna do it anyway when she at work. A lot of women got like work husbands and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, even if she's in a relationship or she's married, she's still not gonna not be attracted to another man. Or did I say that right? She's still gonna be attracted to other men. That's better. It don't matter if she's married. The female that likes me in here, she's married. But she sees me and I'm above her looks level. Even though I'm older, she's in her 20s. But genetically, she's inferior to me. You feel what I'm saying? So I get her attention. Women who, they just, man, they don't like you, they won't acknowledge your presence, bro. Matter of fact, you are invisible. They don't see you there. You know what I'm saying? You might as well be walking around being an invisible man with a hat and some shoes and some clothes with nobody in them, bro. Because they're not trying to see you. You are below them. Why they say that? Because they got access to better looking, taller men. So that's why you're invisible to a lot of women. And maybe your race, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you might not like black men or something like that. So, you know what I'm saying? You can't get them all. But there's that few that's below you in looks that will give you attention, bro. I got a woman right now, a small, skinny woman that's very small and she's just small. She's way below average in the face. She's about a 3 in the face. You know what I'm saying? When she takes off her glasses, yeah, she's a 3. She approaches me all the time, bro. The other day, she made a pass at me. Talking about, yeah, I'm gonna save the best for last. That's what she said when she walked over to me. Cause she had got done talking to her other friends, and she walked over to me and was like, yeah, I'm gonna save the best for last. I was like, oh shit, she getting fresh? Like, oh man, she hitting on me and shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? She want a piece of the genetics, bro. Like I said, man, when a woman sees you that you are above her in looks, you know, when a woman sees that you're above her, she's gonna give you attention, bro. When she see that eye area is better than hers, when she sees that you're physically better looking than her, you know, they're gonna go for it. Look what happened to like Sub 5 Stalker. She was inferior to me in every single way. That's why she kept pouring coffee on my car every single day for 4 months. She kept pouring coffee on that car, bro, because she wasn't getting what she wanted. She wasn't getting the handsome guy that she has always wanted. She kept throwing coffee on that car because she was entitled. But now she's in the hospital. She's in a coma. You see what I'm saying? But she kept throwing coffee on that car. I wasn't trying to be with her like that. You feel what I'm saying? So, women are entitled out here. What can I say in the West, man? That's called entitlement. Stomping up and down like a little brat because you're not getting what you want. You see what I'm saying? That's called, that's called being a narcissist. Matter of fact, it is called being a entitled narcissist. You know, because I was way above her in looks in every single way. That broad was inferior to me. That's how I was able to like get rid of her and stop talking to her, because she wasn't that attractive to be acting like that. You know, she's acting like she's an 8, 9, or 10 in looks. I'm like, no, you're not that. Leave me alone. If she was beautiful, then I can kind of take a little bit more of that. But she wasn't beautiful. She was sub 5, and she was acting like a fool at the same time. Acting like a complete fool. And she did that with somebody else, man, and they put her in the hospital, man. See what I'm saying? So if you've been like struggling like I have, bruh, back to what I was saying. If you've been struggling like I have, you wouldn't be happy with your life. That's why I'm so obsessed with chasing this bag. That's why I'm so obsessed. You feel what I'm saying? I am so obsessed with chasing this bag. Anyway, let me get in here, man, so I can chase this bag. You guys have a good day, man. Just want to drop that 40-minute video. You know, if you guys are coming around asking me why I talk shit about women, well, you'll be talking shit about the cook in the restaurant if you wasn't being served properly. If you wasn't being served, yeah, we gotta start working out. I'm putting on a little bit of weight. If you're not being served properly, if you're not being served the right type of food, you're gonna get upset. You're gonna say something. You know what I'm saying? That's me. I'm not being served properly out here in these streets. And you know what? I can't expect it. I'm after the bag right now. I got no time for women until we get this bag. I gotta go. You guys have a good day. Peace out, take care, and bless. I'm out. I'm out, guys. I gotta go.